Alright, what's going on today, everybody? We're going to make a quick video doing kind of an unboxing on the Hornady Lock and Load Classic reloading set. Now, I've been reloading for a few years. About a year and a half ago, I kind of took a hiatus on it. It was winter, didn't want to go out in the garage and reload. I had a bunch of ammo loaded up already, and ended up trading pretty much everything I had. For a gun that I probably don't even own anymore. I can't remember exactly what it was. So I decided to get back into it, and this is the kit that I went ahead and got because I've owned this kit before, and I know it comes with a lot of the stuff that I'm going to need, and it's a good price right now. This kit, I believe right now, this is December 30th, 2018. This kit is like $259 on Amazon. I believe it's the same on Midway. Most of, they all kind of follow suit when there's a sale going on, but typically it's around the 280, 290 mark, sometimes up to 320, but it seems like the prices came down over the last couple years. This is the newest updated version of the classic kit. Everything's still the same, but they got their new book in there. Now I've already unboxed it because I got it for last week, so I've kind of put everything up, but I'll show you what all comes in the kit and what all you're going to need to start actually reloading. So if you buy this kit, go ahead and flip up here and show what you're going to get. So this is the actual press here. It's just a Hornady single stage press. It's a nice press. I've used them, quite a few of them before. Hornady makes good presses. So of course with RCBS, if you're on single stage, that's a decision you'll have to make on your own. But if you're starting out, I'd say go single stage anyways, because of the simplicity and needing to learn all the steps. So I myself prefer single stage loading because of, I'd say, my lifestyle. I guess it's kind of hard to say, but when you have a progressive, you kind of have to go out there and get everything ready, and it's not something you can just go out and do for 10 minutes and stop, at least in my opinion. From the last couple progressives I have, you have to actually sit down and dedicate some time. And I have 2 kids, a wife, and I work 50-60 hours a week, so I don't always have just an hour to go sit down to myself. So with a single stage, I can go sit here, crank out and deprime and resize 50 cases, put them up. Then when I have time, or I'll show you how the primer system works. While I'm sitting down watching TV, I can prime those 50, and then when I get 30 extra minutes of time, I can sit, powder drop, put the bullet in, and seat it and crimp it. So it's better for my busier lifestyle, that I can get more done doing it that way than having to finick with a progressive press. But that's all gonna come on your own terms and how your life is and how everything's going. So just to kind of break down what all comes in this kit, we'll start off. You get a loading block and put your cases in while you're loading. It holds 50 cases. There's all sorts of different calibers. You can see 223s down to 45s, 30-06, and everything. So you have that. Excuse me. Got a little cold going on here. Also, the Hornady press, the lock and load system isn't standard compared to like an RCBS, a Lee, or any other single stage press. It uses a bushing system for your dies. So basically, it'll come with 3 of these, and this is something you have to consider. You have to buy these because you see this has got your threads in here. Keep moving this light to show you. This bushing goes down inside and turns when you have a die in there. So when you have your die set at the right height and everything, or for your seating, you just pull the die out, put it off to the side, and you don't have to unscrew it and lose your measurements every time. So it's a nice system, but the downfall is you have to buy these. Now you don't have to do it for every caliber. You could, every time you wanted to switch, kind of just take them out, put them in. But you know, they're relatively cheap enough. If you're loading multiple calibers, to just go ahead and get them. Always keep your dies in these, so your dies are always set, so it makes caliber changeover a lot easier. So you got 3 of those in the kit. Comes with a little funnel. Just have you got a chamfering tool to help clean up the primer pockets and things, and then it's got a automatic primer system for the press itself, so it'll go in there and you can prime with the press, or it has a hand primer system. The instructions right here, and it kind of shows you how it works. You put all your primers. You have one for large pistol and small pistol, and this lever hook up to it. But put your shell holder in, put your case in, and then just push and it primes. This system works pretty good. This is nice to be able to just, like I said earlier, sit down, put 100 primers in there, crank out your cases, and then everything's moving. So that's the easiest way to do it with the 2 options that are given. Because we have a little powder trickler to get those fine charges in, get the last few tenths in there. Comes with a Hornady G2 1500 scale. There's the box for it right there. These are kind of hit and miss. I've had the last one I had didn't work as well. I would go ahead and upgrade your scale, get one that plugs in, one of the higher end RCBS, where you can get a whole auto charge system. But for just starting out, just make sure that you calibrate it well and you check it multiple times against a 115 grain bullet or something. Comes with the newest updated version of the Hornady cartridge loading book. Now, if you're completely new to reloading, I recommend reading the front pages of this book, because it'll tell you, more about reloading, some things you need to know. That's the very first thing you should do. Or you can also purchase the ABCs of Reloading book. It's on Amazon. It's on pretty much every gun maker's or gun seller's website, and it's one of the best books you can buy. It'll really explain it deep down, that you need to know everything about reloading. So, and then it comes with your powder drop. So if you're new to reloading, I'll show you how this works. But if you see that right there, this goes in there down in the hole, and then you can put one of your bushings into the press up here, and it'll kind of hang off the side, so you can drop your powder, put it in, raise it up, and then put a bullet in and seat at the same time. So that's what that piece that comes with it's for. But so the powder drop, I haven't even opened it yet. It's got a baffle inside of it. If you open up, you'll see that just after you pour your powder in, you put that down. Kind of gives it some weight to push down on the powder and keep it at a certain angle. A few other things in here too. There we go. The instructions are in there. So basically, you have the rotor, and there's the lever that'll go on the side. So you dial out, and you get what powder charge you want by measuring over and over and over until you get the correct powder charge, and then you put your case, raise it up, get your powder drop. So you can look into more on how those work. This case activated powder drop, usually used with your progressive systems, but this one's a fine one for pistol and rifle. There's 2 different rotors you can buy. This one's just a standard rotor, but for more fine measurements, you can get a rifle rotor and a pistol rotor. That's just smaller inside, so it can give more finer measurement. And then you can actually get a micrometer turnout here to make a really fine adjustment, which is I recommend for pistol. I don't load any rifle right now, so I can't speak to the rifle rotor, but man, that was killing me. I believe that's all that it comes with. It's a nice set. Like I said, it's $259 on sale right now, and if you order it now, before, I think the promotion ends December 31st, you'll get the 500 bullet giveaway. They are free promotions, so you can choose from a list of bullets and get 500 free ones for like paying like $14 shipping. So it's definitely worth it, but you have to order it. From what I see on Hornaday's website, it has to be paid for by the 31st. You have to have a receipt and the UPC off the box. They've been doing this promotion for the last few years, so I'm sure they'll update it for 2019. So, now, what you'll need to start actually loading. This is a good set that gets you started, but you're going to need a few more things. Like I said before, you're going to want a better scale, but that one will get you going. You're going to need a set of calipers to measure your overall length on your cases. That's a nice Fowler set. I have digital. I prefer a dial, but that's just me. You also will need dies for each individual caliber you'll load. I don't have any right here where I'm at. This kit also comes with some of Hornaday's one-shot case lid. I didn't mention that, but so you'll need dies for each individual caliber you're loading. So if you're loading 9, 45, 40, 380, you're going to need all those calibers and dies. Now, I prefer RCBS dies. Their lockering is a lot better than most companies, and they have probably one of the best warranty out there. Second to that, you got Dillon. Dillon dies are great, but they're expensive. And then you have Hornaday, which are a little cheaper than RCBS, also have a great warranty. Then you have Lee. Lee dies are cheap. I don't care for Lee equipment. Not saying there's anything wrong with those Lee, but their warranty's kind of trash, and they kind of rubbed me the wrong way a few years back when I was trying to do a warranty claim on some of their junk stuff. So, but Lee works for a lot of people, and they make a nice set with similar items for cheaper. So if you really can't afford it, a Hornady RCBS has a nice set. It's a little bit more than this. Get one of those two, Hornady or RCBS. If you really have to, you can go to Lee. I'm not trying to discourage people from Lee, but buy the best equipment. It'll last a little bit longer. Let's see. So I'm gonna need good scale, dies, caliper, powder, of course, bullets, and primers. I load 9, 380, 45, 40, 357. So 9 is kind of on the, a lot of people say it's not worth it to load it, but to me it is, because I know I'm making better ammo than what I can buy for that price range. I can load about 1,000 for about 110, 120, sometimes cheaper depending on what sales are going on, and that just grows with each of your higher end calibers. So you do save money, but you shoot more, so you don't end up saving money. So if you're a shooter, that's one of the old sayings in reloading is you don't save money because you shoot more. So let me think of what else we'll need here to actually start. To really start your basic reloading, pistol calibers, that's it. And if you were going to start doing rifle, you need a trimmer, and a few other things. Unless you bought pre-ready brass. A case tumbler is optional. You can clean your cases by just using water and Limousin and Dawn and scooping it up in a bucket and stirring it around. It does a pretty decent job, but you can get a wet tumbler if you like, or a dry tumbler, which I prefer. Wet tumblers make brass a lot shinier. Flipping through the book, show you there's all kinds of calibers in here. You've got, I'll show you if you can actually look through the reloading manual. Let's go to 864 9mm. Let's go with a common bullet here, 115 grain bullet. Kind of explain how these books work and how load data works. But this will be something you really want to look into, because reloading isn't something to play around with. It's very serious, and you can ruin your hand and your guns really quickly. But done right, you can make some really accurate ammo for a good cost. So Hornady books use Hornady bullets, but you can kind of get, if you're using Extreme or Berries or any of those other bullets, you can kind of go by just 115 grain FMJ round those. It's pretty much the same. They just use their brand, of course, so they can sell their brand. So over here it'll show you the name of your powders. Tight Group's a great powder. That's actually one of my favorite loads. Is at 4 grains, 1.25 overall length. I have an awesome. I mean, it's just a great recipe. You got Vid Power at 3 and 3/7. Power Pestle, and these are all your powders over here. Powder's pretty much plentiful now. A couple years ago it went on a streak and you just couldn't find it. It was hard to find pistol powder. And then it'll tell you kind of your start and max loads. So you kind of want to start off at low end, make a few rounds, fire them, and then eventually you'll find a combination you like, and then you can go from there. So that's what your book has in it. It's got almost every caliber, unless you're loading some real funky Wildcat cartridges that you could want. Alright, so excuse me for coughing throughout the whole video. I got something, I got asthma, so it messes my lungs up whenever I get sick. This is the Hornady Lock and Load Classic set, and this is what you'll get in the set. This is a very nice starter set, very nice gift for anybody that's wanting to purchase this for a gun friend that wants to, or gun husband, wife. It's a really nice set for the money. So thanks for watching. Once we get going, I'll do some more reloading videos now that I'm back into it, show you how to load up maybe some 9mm, some 45. Once again, thanks for watching. If you want to see any more videos, subscribe. I'm gonna start making more here again, and then we'll do some more disassembly videos and more reloading videos. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask below. I usually answer pretty quickly. So thanks, guys.